do you see him? Yeah, look at that. I bet you it's the one from the other day. It has to be. Yeah. Oh, you know what? And if you're new to the channel, well, definitely consider subscribing. I'm Chris, and we do a lot of different things. We do a lot of different builds and just, well, at the moment now, I'm gonna call them talking videos because I recently just had back surgery, so I'm starting to get back into the flow of things. But, you know what, definitely consider subscribing. It definitely helps the channel out. It allows me to bring more and more content to everybody. So, well, anyways, back to what I was talking about. Hey, welcome back. I'm gonna be just a little bit quiet because it is early in the morning. It's not super early though, but there's a deer sleeping outside in my front lawn. I mean, like 20 feet from the road. To me, that's kind of odd. Usually they're in the woods, but I forgot it's hunting season. Not that that plays into effect, but the fact that rutting season, that plays into effect. This is a young buck. I mean, his antlers aren't that large at all. Maybe 3 points on it. Maybe. He's young. I mean, you can tell by the antlers. Either way, I mean, he's not really sleeping out in the front lawn. He's bedded down. He's eating. Okay, so if you didn't know, there's a couple good documentaries on Netflix to watch on white-tailed deer. You learn some things. Now, I'm not going to have all the facts correct, that's for sure, but deer will eat during the day, and then when they bed down, they'll actually regurgitate their food and chew it up again, kind of like cows do. I don't remember if deers have more than one stomachs or stomach compartments, but it's similar to a cow, not in the sense that, like, what, cow has like 4 stomachs or something like that, or 4 compartments in their stomach. You know what, I need to ask my sister, she would know. So when deer are laying down, they're bedded down in the woods, and they're not really like hiding. They're there because they're eating, they're regurgitating their food and chewing it up again and eating it. That's what they do. It's pretty interesting. It's just kind of weird to see, you know, this young buck up in my front yard when cars are passing by. Normally I don't see that. Like I said, I saw him the other day behind my neighbor's shed, and then, you know, I walk back there, he sees me, he stands up and all that, so I just slowly walk back inside. There wasn't really a wind, and the little bit of wind there was, I was downwind from him anyway, so he couldn't smell me. He knew I was there, but not enough to where he felt threatened and skittish and ran off or anything like that. So I went back inside, or at least around the corner, and then came back out a little bit later. I should have came out with my camera because I got closer, and then he wasn't in the same spot. He was a little bit over, eating some leaves and stuff, but you could really see him, like, you know, it was just fun. I don't necessarily hunt. If I'm gonna hunt, it's gonna be with my camera, and I mean, I don't need, and nor could I carry and drag out a full deer. With my back, there's no way I could do it right now. But hunting with a camera is just, I mean, it's the same. You gotta wait for them, you get the best shot, and it's almost as fun, you know, if you're into hunting. I've never really been big into hunting. But back to my original point, it's not in the middle of rutting season yet, but rutting season obviously started. So I might try a little trick later to see if we can do something with this deer. Hold on. I'll often go shed hunting and just look for sheds. I mean, this thing, I wish I found the other one, because that would have been cool. This thing is huge. I actually think I have some of these sheds on video, not on video, but on like the deer actually walking around, and you could clearly see his antlers and everything. And then I have that on video, and then I have the video of me finding his actual sheds, which I think is pretty cool. But the deer yesterday and this morning, he got little teeny tiny antlers like this. Now you tell me how young this buck would be when he has little antlers like this. I don't know. Young enough to hunt at the very least, because I mean, he's got at least 3 points on him, but I don't really know how old he is, but he's young. You can tell by his size and everything, he's young. And he's not, you know, carrying around these mammoth monster antlers. But my point was with the antlers, I got sidetracked. Maybe I'll do an experiment the next time I see him and I want to get video of him. Maybe if I make that noise, I know you can buy like synthetic antlers and stuff to simulate that noise. And that noise would be during rutting season, would be 2 bucks, you know, competing for the doe, for the female. It's what it is. But the fact that if I can make that noise, maybe the deer will come a little bit closer, because when they're it's rutting season, they don't act, these male deer, they don't act quite right like throughout the normal season. They're a little bit different. So it might be kind of interesting if I could get some good footage of the deer using their antlers and the noise to lure them in for me to shoot with my camera. It might be kind of interesting and kind of fun. I don't know. They're animals in the woods, and yeah, it's just something to film. And I don't know, I've always enjoyed doing it. Same thing with the turtles, but that's next season, because now, that's a whole nother video. Check out my old turtle video, but turtles are amazing too. I mean, especially up where I live, they're amazing because they can live throughout the winter and what they actually do. Anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent here. My main focus was the deer that's out in the yard this morning. I just thought it was kind of cool and interesting that the deer was outside in my front yard, because that's pretty odd for me. Usually, like I said, it's the backyard, away from the cars. And the fact that the deer, they're pretty calm and collected around the cars. They're not that skittish or anything like that. But as soon as you walk outside, man, they're up, they're looking at you, they're stomping, they're snorting, their tails are up, and they're running away. Those are all the signals to the other deer to say, hey, there's danger here. You better book it. Well, unless I get more footage of the deer, we're pretty much done for today. It was an easy one. It was just, well, unless something else crazy happens today, it was an easy one. So I'll see you on the next one. I mean, but really, what am I going to do with all this stuff? I mean, these are some of the pears that I've found. You know, I mean, this is a nice size. Aside from just mounting this stuff on the wall or making a chandelier, I love the European mount. I think that's awesome. I got another one in the barn. But what am I gonna do with this stuff? You know, I mean, I don't really know. But it's fun when you go through the woods and you find this stuff. It's like a scavenger hunt or a treasure hunt or something like that. You tell me, if you go shed hunting, what do you do with the sheds? Oh, in case you're wondering, or in case you want to know, go ahead and check out it was like the second video I ever posted. It was just of some deer that I saw in the woods with a couple fawn and a couple bucks. It's just a nice little video to watch. It's not the best thing in the world, but it was kind of just fun to, well, see them all there. And then later that season, check out the shed hunting videos where I'm just walking around through the woods in the snow, finding their sheds, and you can actually like match them up with the points of their antlers, and it's the same deer. It's like deer DN. It's whatever. I'm watching a lot of like CSI detective shows lately, but it's a way to identify them because they're unique to that deer. Anyways, check them out. Oh, and you know what? Consider subscribing. If you made it this far, you're a subscriber. Or I'm rambling. It's time to go. Just somebody shut this off. It's getting awkward now. It might be painful to watch. Somebody, just can you? I'll see you on the next one.